That's why I drive an SUV, so we run out of it more quickly. I consider myself to be at the vanguard of the environmental movement. People using hybrids are just prolonging our dilemma. I don't trust alternative forms of fuel, solar energy. And what happens if the sun blows up and destroys the solar system as we know it, and I can't use my George Foreman grill to prepare sensible, healthy meals for my family? Hydrogen cars? Yeah, I want to be out here on 6th Avenue with 1,000 mini Hindenburgs. That sounds like a good idea. What would Jesus drive? Excuse me, I always assumed my God would have a driver, but having said that, if he was driving himself, I'm pretty sure Jesus drove an SUV because he had those 12 guys hanging on to him every day of his life, asking him to turn stuff into food every 4.5 minutes. Yeah, here's the cigarette lighter, it's a salmon. Can you shut up for a while back there? I like Bush because he's comfortable in his own skin. That's why I like the mayor. I also like the fact that when you watch morons like Nancy Pelosi and David Obey from the state of Wisconsin discussing our pullout from Iraq the other day, they make like 8 errors in 4 seconds. They can't get through it. They're like Burton and Liz when they started drinking at noon. I'm looking at that, thinking, for God's sakes, are we going to turn this over to these people, these inconsequential people who don't take the threat to our culture seriously? I like the fact that Rudy Giuliani is going to put this war against terror in a capable manner. I like the fact that they're going to be afraid to get in here. Cheney just shot his best friend right in the head. Really? Why'd he do that? Some little bird he wanted to get at. The guy got between him and the bird. He shot him in the head, 86 years old. That's his best friend. He doesn't even like us. What's he going to do to us? Listen, whether we like it or not, America has to take care of itself right now. We are right now, at this point in history, the world's most loved, hated, feared, and admired country, simultaneously. In short, we're Frank Sinatra, and occasionally, Chili had to bust a camera, all right? Listen, we've got a baseball theme here tonight. I think Bush has done yeoman's work. I think he's like Andy Pettit was. He gets you the innings. We're into the later innings now. It's time to bring in a closer, and I view that closer as Rudy Giuliani, Mariano Rivera. We need to expand our homeland security so that there's a basic level of preparation, a baseline of preparation in every state and in every locality in America. Within New York, we have always been very, very fortunate in having the police department and the New York don't really understand how much better a position we're in with a police department of, when I was the mayor, 41,000 police officers. That's larger than the FBI. Well, that isn't true in most cities in this country. It isn't true in most suburbs in this country. And this country is vulnerable everywhere and anywhere. And we're vulnerable to these terrorists at the point of our least preparation. That's what I learned from Katrina. The whole experience of Katrina said to me that this country needs a basic level of preparation. It's emergency services, it's emergency response, whether it's from a terrorist attack or a natural disaster. So just like we have to do everything to prevent another September 11th, and to handle it better if, God forbid, it should happen again, there's a new challenge for us. It's been an old challenge, but there's another reason for this new challenge. The federal government must treat energy independence as a matter of national security. I would look at it in kind of in the same way that our nation reacted to the Soviets putting the first man in space, way back in the 50s, in the late 50s. President Eisenhower was shocked by that the Soviets could put a person in space before the United States of America. And here's how he reacted to it. He made it a singular focus of the federal government that America would put the first man on the moon. President Kennedy embraced that, and President Kennedy expanded that. And Lyndon Johnson, as vice president and president, expanded it even further. Not as Democrats, 2 Republican presidents, 2 Democratic presidents. They got it done the way we have to
get things done, as Americans. We need that kind of intensity. We need that kind of intense focus now on achieving energy independence. All alternatives have to be expanded. All the things that are a matter of research and development that can give us energy independence have to be supported. The government has to be involved in this to carry it through the vagaries of the market and the price of oil and the kinds of things that OPEC does. We'll devote a singular policy address to this in the next few months.